Okay, so back in chapter 2 again, and again, chapter 2 is all about knowing your inverse operations, being able to solve equations, simplify expressions. So it asks me to solve the equation for x. So it gives me 6 times the quantity x plus 1 over 4 is equal to 5x minus 2. Now the first thing you guys are going to want to do is distribute, because I know you well enough and I know that's what's going to happen. So you're going to distribute and you're going to get 6x plus 6 over 4, and that's going to be equal to 5x minus 2. Now, you can do a couple of different things here. So this is where your personal preference kind of comes into play. You can multiply by the reciprocal, but that's going to get messy and complicated. You could multiply both sides by 4. If you multiply both sides by 4, you're going to multiply here by 4, and then you're going to multiply this whole thing over here by 4, which is fine. Those are going to cancel out. It's going to leave you with 6x plus 6 is going to be equal to 20x minus 8, because I distributed the 4. Okay? When I do that, now I've got an equation that's gotten rid of all my... Sorry. Okay, I got my equation that got rid of all of my fractions, and it's ready to solve. So I can combine my like terms. There's a 6x and a 20x. I need to move it to the other side, so I've got to inverse my operation. So let's subtract 6x from both sides. So that when I do that, those are going to cancel, and it's going to leave me with 6 is equal to 14x minus 8. Now when I get ready to solve for x, I can add 8 to both sides. So that's going to get me 14 is equal to 14x. When I cross multiply by 14, I can get x is equal to 1. So x would equal to 1, and that's one way to work it. Now the other way to work it, and I really don't care which way you work it, whichever way makes sense, is to distribute this 6x and get the 6 and get 6x plus 6 over 4 is equal to 5x minus 2, and put that over a 1. So that now I have equivalent fractions or ratios, and I can cross multiply. So 6x plus 6 cross multiply, that whole thing would get multiplied by 4, and I would get 20x minus 8, which, as you can see, is exactly what I got over here, and then I would solve it the exact same way. I would combine my like terms, I would use my inverse operations, and either way you do it, you're going to get x is equal to 1.